What's good, everybody? Survive and protect. And today I've been having this thing on my mind for a while after watching a few videos. I don't know how recent they were, but I noticed that some people were getting attacked by dogs. All right, and you hear the stories over the years where either kids or adults being attacked by dogs. So I figured I want to do a video at least to give some tips. I can't tell anybody an exact way of how to subdue a dog, but I want to give you guys some tips based off of me even playing with my dog. All right, so let's get it. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can get this over here. Hopefully you guys will be able to see me and hear me. All right, here's my dog right here. See him? Check him out. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. So what I wanted to do is he wants to bite me. You see that? So while I'm see how he wants to grab my hand and play, but his playing is rough. See how he's pulling me? But I wanted to give you guys some tips there. I'm not telling you my dog's name. Maybe you heard it in another video. If you guys want to know, you got to email me. All right, email me at surviveandprotectonline@gmail.com. all right, surviveandprotectonline@gmail.com if you want to know the name of my dog. All right, so let's start with these tips, man. See, he's getting kind of rough because he's not used to me being down on the ground. I'm always tearing him up while I'm standing up. So a tip for sure, if you ever get attacked by a dog and you end up on the ground, at least if you end up on the ground, what you don't want to do, I'm going to keep my hand in his mouth for a second. Come here. You don't want your head near his head, nowhere near his face. All right, but whatever you do, even if he gets a hold of your arms, legs, you don't want him to rip off at your face. So you don't want your head near his face, his head. All right, so in order for me to do that, I'm gonna have to try to keep moving. All right, and keep my legs in front. Okay, and most times, of course, you guys are gonna have your shoes on, right? So you got some protection for your feet. Now you don't have protection for your legs, unfortunately. Hey, you don't have protection for your legs. All right. And so you got to use your feet. So you got to keep your head away from his mouth. All right. So as you see me, I'm going to be wrestling with him and keeping my head away from him. But he'll go after the feet if that's what you're going to give him anyway. So, but you got to keep, the best way you can is to keep your head away from his mouth. If he starts coming, you got to learn to use your entire body and your sensitivity. You got to use your sensitivity of every time the dog touches you or starts to come around. So like right now he's touching me, so I know where he's at. All right, so I don't have to look, and I can wrap my legs up on him and everything like that. So, but you definitely, one tip is to definitely keep your head away from his mouth at all costs. So a lot of people do this and then they get the arms. All right, so a lot of people are already, when they're fighting, they're trying to fight off with their hands. But if you can, get away from them and use your feet, kick at them. See, I normally just grab them with my legs, but you guys kick at the dog, okay? Especially big dogs like this, you definitely want to kick at him. All right? He likes to get roughed up, and I'll rough him up. All right? And so you got to keep your head away from his feet. So that's one tip. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I gave you a tip about making sure you keep your head away from that dog's mouth. All right. Come here. All right. And so another tip I want to give you guys is this: if you end up where the dog is biting on you, your best, well, I can't say your best bet, but one of one of the things you probably want to do is end up trying to wrap the dog up and just call for help, all right? But what you want, one thing you want to concern yourself with is when you wrapping that dog up, you definitely don't want to let go. And what you want to do is control this head, all right, at all costs, all right? I can give you some moves I would do, but you definitely want to control this head. You might not necessarily be able to control his mouth, because some dogs have their mouth open ready to bite, but you definitely want to keep that head isolated from trying to bite you. Now when you locking them up, they're gonna squirm and like some dogs, their sensitivity is real good, so they can tell when if they're being held in one position, they'll know how to roll and wrap out and roll out of it real quick. They're so sensitive with their touching. They know how, like this dog, he's real sensitive, not in the sense of pain, but if I hold him in one position, he knows that there's an opening somewhere else, how to roll out of it. Almost like some people saying they're in a jiu-jitsu match on the ground. He actually has sense. I think most dogs have that sensitivity more than humans, but humans can develop that. And he'll roll out of it, all right? And you see he knows how to grab and stuff like that, like he's wrestling, like he's doing some jiu-jitsu on me or something, or some Kino Muay Thai. I like to deal with Kino Muay Thai. I might explain what that is one day to y'all, so y'all look that up. I'll say he's probably more or less doing that because it involves biting in it. So, and that's what I like to do, Kino Muay Thai, which has some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in it, but it also involves some real dirty fighting, all right? And so that's what I say he does. He does Kino Muay Thai. My dog does Kino Muay Thai, all right? Look that up. But like I said, come here. What you want to do definitely is control this head, all right? And again, what you're doing is controlling it from being able to bite you. You want to lessen the risk of him biting any part of your body if you can, all right? And whether you realize it or not, you have some leverages that you can use. See, I'll give him my elbow to bite because it's kind of wide for him to open his mouth, so I do that. And so as you see, he wants to get down on the ground. So I'm going to show you guys how sometimes I would wrap him up to keep his head trapped from biting me, all right? So this is one position, but what you got, not unfortunately, but sometimes you got where the rest of his body, he can start rolling with his body. So you got to be, it's better off to get like more of his body than anything else, all right? So most times if I get on the ground, I'm going to put my body weight on him, and I'm going to keep the head, that's almost like a headlock. All right, so this is how you want to do it. No, I'm not hurting him, and he trusts me a lot. But I like roughing him up, and he likes to get roughed up, and then he'll go crazy. So what you definitely want to do is control this head, and what I like to do also, I control a leg also, and I'll do it in some weird different combinations or positions. So you want to wrap your body, at least put your body on him, lay that weight on him. That's if you're on the ground, like I'm on the ground sideways. All right. Control that head. Make sure you keep your arms and stuff close to the body so he can't turn his head, because like I said, their sensitivity is way up there. And so with some people, they'll think they got him, but he'll just see like he just rolled his head out just now. All right, so definitely if you're down on the ground with him, control that head. Not even that you got to choke him, but just control that head so the head doesn't get everywhere. All right, that's what you want to do with him. And like I said, normally what I'll do is I'll take a leg, and so when he tries to do these maneuvers, I just keep pushing his leg in different directions and controlling his head, so it makes it hard for him to do, or other dogs to do, all right? So definitely control the head, all right, and control the leg. And those are the tips I'm going to give you with dealing with a dog. Maybe in the future I'll give you some other little things about that. See how you can do that? You definitely don't want him to put a dog attacking you. You definitely don't want that dog, to be able to do that and turn around and grab you. So you definitely got to keep your hand controlling that head, all right? And like I said, control the leg. Sometimes I would control the head and the leg with just one arm, All right, and see how he's trying to get out. You see that? He doesn't like that. But if you do it right, it's going to be hard for them to get you. This is what you want to be concerned with. You don't worry about his feet and his legs to be scratching you or anything like that. That's the least of your worries. All right. Control the dog's head. All right. Like I said, sometimes you want to control the head and the leg. And like I said earlier, keep your head away from your dog's mouth. All right, or from that dog's mouth attacking you. Okay. All right. So survive and protect. I appreciate you guys. I'm out. Peace. Peace. Good boy, good boy.